Hey, what's up guys? Thank you for coming back and checking out my new video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to properly ship out a ball python. So, there's a few things that you guys gotta have in mind when shipping snakes. I'm just going to lay everything out here so it can be as easy as possible. You need your packing material for your box. Of course, you need your bag, which if you get a snake from me, any snake, any price, you're always going to get, you know, VIP style bag. Most people just have regular style bags, which is basically the same thing. This is just a little extra, something I like to do just so the unboxing experience, just the overall experience is better. I actually love having the brand out there and building a familiar brand so people can recognize and really like. Okay, so the next thing besides the bag and the polyfill, you're gonna need paper towel. Also, you're gonna need a proper size box, which I have a couple I'm gonna show you. And you're going to need tape, and you're going to need a heat pack if temperatures call for that. So let's get started. The most important thing is, how big is your snake? I'm gonna give you guys a basic layout of the box sizes that you should have depending on the size of your snake. This right here is a 7 by 11 by 17 box. You can use this basically up to like possibly a 1400 gram snake. Some people might even put a 1600 gram snake in here. I like to keep a snake under 1500 grams in a box like this. And if you're gonna go bigger than that for like a proven female, like just a really big male, you can probably go up an extra size. There's no problem. If you're shipping something out, and I'll tell you this, I'm learning as I go along too, you know? So if you're shipping something out that's a little smaller, you really want to go with like an 8 by 8 by 7 box. I personally bought a box of these and I'm not going to be using them anymore. I ordered another box of larger ones. This is a 6 by 6 by 6. And I'll be honest with you, it's just way too small. I don't feel comfortable shipping anything bigger than like 120, 130 grams in here. And since most of the animals that get shipped out of here are well over that weight, there's a few that are a little over 100 grams, but for the most part, they're all like over 120. I'd rather ship them in an 8 by 8 by 7. I can add a little bit more polyfill, a little bit more, you know, just for the absorbency of the trip, because they are going to move around in there a little bit, so you don't want them to hit the sides of the box, even though there's styrofoam and all that. But you know, it's better just to have a little bit of a bigger box and a little bit of a too small of a box. For sure. This is the box I was using, 6 by 6 by 6. If you have any animals, any snakes, this is all I can say. You know, it's basically snakes. That's the only reptile I have experience in shipping. So if you have any reptile between hatchling size all the way up to maybe, I would say even close to 200 grams, like 200 grams, you can ship them in an 8 by 8 by 7, no problem. Then if you have anything between 200, I would say from 200 grams to maybe even up to 1,000 grams, you could or right under 1,000, maybe 800 to 900 grams, you can go with this, which is the 6 by 9 by 12 box. So on a 6 by 9 by 12, you can ship several small animals, or you could ship maybe an animal up to like, I would say just by looking at this right now and just off the top of my head, I would say right under 1,000 grams, maybe 900. Anything over 1,000 grams, I'd upgrade to that other one, the 7 by 11 by 15 size box. And of course, I'm going to show you guys exactly. So I'm going to use this box in particular, the 6 by 9 by 12. I'm going to set it up just so you guys see exactly how I do it. I'm going to put a snake in it. Even though I shipped out 4 snakes today to the new homes, I didn't want to take too long shipping them, so I didn't want to make a video while I was shipping one of those snakes. I'd rather just do a video with, you know, not having any snakes to ship, just so it could be a little bit more precise and informative and all that stuff. And I don't have to worry about FedEx showing up to pick up the snake and all that. So, all right, guys. So I'm gonna do a 6 by 9 by 12 box and just show you how to get it all ready to go and get shipped through FedEx. The only thing that I will say is you can check on shipyourreptiles.com or reptilesexpress.com, and those are the two companies that you can go through to basically get a label through FedEx so that you can ship overnight. They offer discounts, and if you do a lot of shipping with them, you could end up getting a pretty substantial discount on FedEx rates, and you can use their shipping services for ground, for express, for overnight, for whatever you need. Before you do anything, I can just tell you what I do when it comes to shipping. You should follow their guidelines. Follow their guidelines when it comes to adding heat packs. When it doesn't come to adding heat packs, that's one of the most important things. Because I'm in South Florida, for the most part, I don't ship with a heat pack unless it's going somewhere where it's literally one of those states where, you know, up north where it's always cold and you have no other choice. But for example, like for me to warm up, take a heat pack over to FedEx and drop off the snake at, you know, the latest possible time, and then let that heat pack warm up while that snake's already in transit up north, so that by the time that heat pack gets warm, that snake is not in Florida anymore, because the biggest problem is that heat pack warming up and that snake, you know, literally cooking itself alive before it even leaves the state. There has been some times where I've added a heat pack right before I ship the animal out. For the most part, when people ship to me, they don't add a heat pack, or because I have them ship in a time where it's good for them, good for me, and you know, in Tennessee or whatever hub it's going through, it's not too cold. But always remember, guys, if you learn anything about reptiles, it's always better for your reptile to get even 30 degrees, you know, 30 degrees, 40 degrees colder than it is for them to get, you know, 10 or 15 degrees warmer than like 90. Let's say that, you know, usually the that accepted warm spot for reptiles is around 88 to 90 degrees. So for the most part, it's better for your animal to even go to 60, 65 than it is for it to go to 115. You know, it's better for it to get cooler than it is for it to get warm. I'll leave you guys with that. The biggest thing I want to show you is just how to prepare the snake in the box and how to get it safely in the box and over to this destination. Here we have a 6x9x12, and the animal that we're going to pretend to ship out is Spot-Nosed Clown, possible blackhead. And I have a feeling that this girl might just be blackhead. She came from that blackhead female that I have, paired to a leopard spot-nosed het clown. And he's just so dark, and her belly's so busy, and those flamings are really nice. So she's a little bit over a year old, and she's right around, I could probably weigh her now and see, but I'm sure, let's see, I'll tell you how much she is. Alright, she's 804 grams. So I think that this is pretty much as close to the limit as you want to get to for this 6x9x12 box. We'll see how well she fits in there. So you can get your reptile boxes from many places. They have TSK Supply. There's the actual people that I use to ship through too, which is shipyourreptiles.com. I think Reptiles Express also has boxes. I found that between the shipping and the quantity of boxes and all that stuff, maybe not by a whole lot, but the better price was with Ship Your Reptiles. Because one of them gives you a price for boxes with free shipping, the other one gives you a better price on the boxes, but they charge you for shipping. So I feel like I just, you know, like the deal that I got was the better one. But definitely check them out yourself and look anywhere. The basic requirements are for the box to have perishable with the arrows pointing up, handle with care, either printed or handwritten wildlife with harmless reptiles. I'm going to be able to say if it's either fish or a reptile. And then the ELACI Act is, there's three things that have to go down here. One of them is harmless reptile. The second thing is how many animals are you shipping and what are they? For example, if you're shipping one ball python, you're going to put one ball python or two ball pythons, 4 corn snakes, you know, whatever. And then the third line, you're going to put the scientific name. So for ball pythons, it's Python Regis. Those are the three things that you're going to have on there. So make sure that you always have either something printed out. I like this box because it already comes with it printed on the box. All I got to do is just click reptile here. That's just exit off. Then I put harmless. I just write harmless reptile, the number of animals I have, ball pythons, and then Python Regis, and I'm good to go. The first thing I do is flip the box upside, you know, the way it's supposed to go, upside up, and then I put the proper size foam, and I like these foams because they are 3/4 of an inch thick and they're black, so they're actually pretty cool. And a lot of them are white, and the boxes are like, you know, I just kind of like the black look too. You know? Kind of matches the whole look we got going on. So all these boxes are going to come with all these little panels already in here. So what you're going to want to do is just place them inside. And see on the corners right here, that's going to go connected like that. This side is going to go connected like that. And of course, the other corner so basically it's all filled out, and what I personally like to do is put the top one on there too. So I close it up, and so I have the box closed up with all the panels inside, right? Another important thing that a lot of people forget to do is, of course, add ventilation. You don't have to add a ton of ventilation, but you want to add at least a little bit. It's never going to be completely sealed because, yeah, you know, the foam and all that, but the snake is going to need a few holes around the box to just give it a little bit of ventilation so the snake can breathe properly, and so it doesn't get too warm, too cold, all that kind of stuff, you know, just to kind of, exactly, just to give it ventilation. So what I like to do is I like to add 2 holes to each side and then 4 holes to the longest, to one of the longer sides on the other side. So it's for a total of 4, 6, 8, 10 holes. And they're smaller, just drill bit size. And I like the way you do it with this. Before, I know people that use pens and they just stab it, or use, other things. Keep it clean, guys. I'll show you, this is going to be packaged up like it came from Tiffany's, So that's kind of like the look you want to give people too, is, that you have clean boxes, you have clean holes, that you take pride in your snake bags and your snakes and your presentation too. So basically just find the center spot right here. So first I'm going to drill all the holes. You can use a larger drill bits, I probably wouldn't go with anything smaller than this. I believe that this is maybe like a 1/8 or something like that. Yeah, you could probably go a little bit larger if you want to, or larger for the bigger boxes. So having all the foam inside, basically allows me to guarantee that once I close up the box, I know that I'm gonna have the foam and the holes exactly where they need to go. Basically, open the box by one side and take out all the excess styrofoam. See, so now you got a box with some nice clean holes, ventilation throughout. So I'm gonna open up the top. Actually, what I'm going to do is just tape up the bottom. So the first thing I'm going to do here, you can get one of these tape rolls. They're actually really, easy to work with once you get the hang of it or whatever. If you don't want to use it, that's cool. You don't have to. But I just basically come right here, tape it up, so it's nice and closed. There we go. That's it. Flip it open. Knock out all that foam that's in there. When people open it at their house, all they gotta worry about is, a little bit of polyfill they can throw away or use for something else. They don't gotta worry about little pieces of foam falling out, or if one little piece falls out that I didn't catch, it won't be a bunch of it. The details are very important, at least in my opinion, guys. Next thing we're gonna do, we got the box sealed up on the bottom. We got all the holes done. Is I'm gonna add enough polyfill to the bottom to give it a nice sense of cushion, but not too much, because I need the snake to fit in the middle, and then I need to put a little bit more polyfill on top, and then a t-shirt, because we always gotta do that swag, baby. That's actually perfect, just eyeballing it right there. So we got the polyfill right there. We're gonna get our model. I actually forgot if I told you guys, but she's 804 grams. She's pretty much at her limit of fitting in the snake bag too, but since she's a whole bag and she's not going anywhere, it doesn't really matter, does it? So another reason I like these bags is because I don't have to use any zip ties or anything. These are graduation tassels. So, once you get a snake from us, you're going into the big leagues. You're graduating from keeping basic stuff to going up to the big leagues. Look at that. Look at that presentation right there. We're not even done yet. That's beautiful. I love that. See, it's not too hard. They're not difficult to open. And then you can always keep them. You don't got to cut up into bags. You can always keep them for other snakes. So what I do, if it's a smaller snake, I'll get 2 pieces of this, 2 pieces of paper towel, fold it over, because you never know if your snake's gonna have an accident, and it could urate, it could pee, or do anything like that. Usually you know if it's gonna poop or not, so you don't send a snake that might poop in the mail. But you just put that in there just like that, nice and fold it under the snake, and it's just gonna help prevent your customer from getting a snake that's just completely covered in urates or anything nasty, and help keep the bag clean. And it's just nicer. And for the most part, it does work really well. It actually does help to keep the snake clean and all that. So we have the snake in here. Now the second thing I do is get just a little bit more polyfill, and I like to get the sides a little bit as well. The back, the sides, just so that she doesn't have to worry about anything, She's nice and comfortable in there. Ain't nothing happening to that snake. Just a slight layer for the top. Now there's, a little swag going in there too. Whenever you buy a snake from me, I'm always gonna ask you, hey, what size shirt are you? If you're like a husband and wife team, I have no problem in sending you guys 2 shirts. My idea isn't to make money off of merchandise. I'm just grateful that, you guys are even wearing my stuff, So this is in there. We're good to go. Then, boom, baby. Look at that. I'm down actually a little bit on the shirt, so I don't have a whole lot of colors and sizes left. I do have a lot of tank tops though, from Royal Hemp Bedding and from Creme de la Clutch, so I'll hook you guys up with some tank tops. They do run a little small, but I'll hook you up. Now depending on how much, you know, like right there, I could add those 2 shirts or just 1 shirt. It gives it a tremendous amount of absorbency. That snake, you know, it's perfect in there. You know, that thing ain't moving. Look at that. It's just... The last thing I like to add are, of course, some stickers, business cards, so you guys know exactly how to find me. You can have a little bit of you know, some stickers for the incubator, for your sticker wall, whatever it is that it is. You know, so imagine somebody gets that, you know, their snake. First thing they do is open it up. They got a couple cool, you know, nice black and gold business cards, some stickers, more stickers, shirts, their snake. I love it. You know, I honestly do love this, guys. I'm gonna show you the last thing. I'm not gonna seal the top because then I have to cut it and I don't want the tape to look all messed up or whatever. So, of course, I'll show you like this. So we want to put this on top, close it here, and then you put a tape right across the middle. So then you have a whole box completely sealed with a snake inside. So guys, if you have any questions, if you have anything you want to ask, please feel free to write a comment below. Guys, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know what other videos you want to see. And like always, man, I appreciate you guys watching. And have a good day.